Bendiciones. I'm back for the part 2 of the other video because I didn't even finish saying what I even came to say. The other night, I don't remember exactly, 3 nights ago, um, I was outside and then I saw, um, it was outside, I was outside gardening in the dark. It was dark and then I always look up at the stars and the sky and see how they're lined up. And I looked, like, if I was facing south, I looked to my right, so south, east, no, west. I looked west, and then I looked up, and I saw like this, like Shiva, like this, in like the star, like it caught. It was the brightest one, and like it caught me, like my attention, and then I was just like staring, like I got stuck staring. And then when I was staring, that's like what the image, like this other image is a very common one of a little statue, like this, like people have like that statue, like this. And Shiva's the god of destruction, and that's the the dance of life and death. Shiva's dance of life and death. And I stayed like frozen, like watching it, and then I was like a realization, realization. How the heck do you say that? Realization. How do you say that? Realization. 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 Let me see. Realization. 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 I had a realization that like that image, and it was Shiva, and then knowing who Shiva was, and then I just stayed, and at first like after like I was sad, like after like I came back to like where I was just walking like in the backyard, and then I would like look down to the dirt, and then I was like, I just felt sad for like, you know, where we are right now. And then I just continued on gardening, and then I was like, oh, I like to remember, And then I went in later, like, I don't know, just yesterday and then today, like there was these guys on BitChute, and they were talking about, um, first there was a guy talking about in Bible prophecy, talking about a, what's it called, a solar flare that's going to take out the grid and everything, and then solar storms. People were talking about that, and not to be in fear, but like just to be like knowing, and then but to be in knowing and to be in kind of like your preparation. And people are feeling this because it's the whole frequency is changing us, people, humanity, and a lot of people are seeking right now, seeking, switching religions, entering Christianity. A lot of Christians, people are turning to back to like the beginning. I mean, that's like what's safe because that's what's been around, your parents, your grandparents, and, you know, their grandparents. Like, it's something that's just been around. So it's a safe, like, returning to a safe place. Um, and a lot of people are turning back, they're switching because it's like you feel it inside that, um, how they talk about the end times, and the times are, in judgment, and especially since the veil is thin, the portals are open, and it makes people to, what's it called? um, to feel, they feel the energy, and it scares some people, because the energy is strong and you could feel it. You could feel the evil. You could feel it. And I had a friend, well, he was a friend of mine, and they were military people. They were in the military, and a while back they said that they had went to, um, they were doing stuff, where they were doing stuff in the Middle East, and they ended up bringing some type of portal back. And at first I was like thinking, like, how the heck can they bring a portal back? But then you see that they had like that CERN thing in Switzerland or wherever, where they did that big old ceremony with the person that was dancing like provocative with a goat, or whatever, like that little opening ceremony that they had, and that was like a portal type thing. And so it's like a kind of like on what's it called, in Strange Things. They, in the movies, they tell us what they're doing, they tell us what's going on, they warn us about things, and it's right there, like right in the movies, they tell you. And that's why also when it plays out, and since you've seen it in a movie, it's hard for people to believe it, because they're like, oh no, that's from the movies. But it's just these times that we're living in right now. We have to be prepared, and uh, like woke up in different areas, in all areas, and prepped up, and not um, being very careful with your karma, not trying to harm other people or do you know shady things, and be as honest as you can with people right now. Because just think, like, if the gods are like, how the clouds a lot of times are covering the sky, like really, like right there, really close, and it's all white and you can't see nothing in the sky. Just think if, like, maybe there is like uh, a god or gods. There is gods. Even in the Christian Bible, it talks about gods, but that they're there, like right there, watching, just to see, like, what is this person gonna do? The all-seeing eye. What is this person gonna do in this situation? What? And um, when this person gets into a little pickle, um, which ones of their morals are the first to go? What are they willing to do? How important is this status to them? How important is this car to them? Or, just like that. How important is it? And all of this stuff is going to be peeled away, like the layers. Like, you see all of these people that you have false idols of, all of these famous people that people think they know them, and they're like, oh, I love you, oh my God. And you know nothing about these people, just that they're on TV, and they have narcissistic personalities because they love the attention of being on TV. They suck it like vampires. They suck the energy, and they love it. They love the attention of it. And they just like actors are, they jump into whole other personalities and pretend to be other people. They cannot be um like, you can't be okay and be doing that. Like, jumping in, being somebody else, something else. And you can see a lot of stories of people that have done like scary movies, and they jump into their characters and do things, and whole bad things happen to everybody there in the movie, in the production, and the actors especially. So all of this stuff of um, in Hollywood and all of that is all like to control people, because they know how to do it. They've used all of the knowledge that the NAZIs got, and they used that information and the whole experiment of everybody, just to see how much people would take, what people would do, and how much they could push people. Like, they know um, that people will do stuff to hurt other people. They had a social experiment that they did in a it was in a college, and they had some kids that were supposedly hooked up to receive electric shock. They weren't really receiving it, but the person that was in charge of giving the electric shock thought that they were, and the person that was receiving the electric shock was part of the experiment and would scream in agony, like if they were receiving electric shock. So they would tell the person